Hi, I'm Kathy Henry, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker from the Indianapolis area, and I'm proud to be an owner and a counselor at Healing Hearts of Indy. Today I'd like to talk about what to do after divorce. So many people, their marriage doesn't work out, and that's understandable. It's devastating. It's certainly not what you planned for, and in my opinion, that's not how it was supposed to be. We were designed to meet up with someone, meet our soulmate, and live with them and be best friends and partners in life for the rest of our lives. That's what we all planned on, and that's what we were expecting. So when it doesn't work out, we need kind of a game plan of what to do next. The primary focus I want to make today, there's certainly a lot of grieving that needs to take place, and we can talk about that another time, but what I want to talk about today is with regards to the kids, because I see this in my office all the time, and it just pains me. I don't understand it. I do on a psychological level, on a human behavior level, but I don't understand it from a parent level. So for many people, when they get divorced, they're angry, they're bitter, they're hurt, they're devastated, their plans have been foiled, their lifestyle has changed. There's so many things going on with them, and they're having to deal with all of that, and I get that. Most importantly, if you have children, then you have now got to split your time, usually with the person that you just decided you can't live with. And that's going to be interesting. If you couldn't solve conflict in your marriage, you certainly are not going to be able to solve it outside of marriage. So we have to sort of call a truce to that and learn how to get along with this person who is now not my lover and my friend and the person I can count on and trust, but this is the person that I am co-parenting with. And what I really want to encourage you is to look at this person and try to arrive at a position of just understanding. They didn't set out to do this to you. They didn't mean to hurt you. They didn't want to cause all of the problems. They certainly didn't want to split up their family. However, if you don't look at them and try to forgive at least to that extent, then what happens is we are still trying to even the score long after the divorce papers are signed. And the casualties of that are the children. So you might be trying still to convince your partner that they were wrong, or still punishing your partner, your former partner, for wrongs that they committed in the marriage. And I understand that you're angry and you're hurt and things are going on, but withholding your children from the other person, how is that going to help the children? You have to begin to look at things through the children's eyes instead of looking at them through your hurt, pained eyes and with your need to punish the other person. The only person that wins in that situation are the attorneys, because they get more money. They get to keep battling it out in court because you two can't talk to one another. And what I really would love to see more than anything is for when people get divorced to come to a place that says, you know what, it didn't work out. It's unfortunate that it happened. Maybe this was the wrong person for me. Maybe I wasn't my best self in the marriage, but I'm going to be a civil, reasonable person in the co-parenting role. And my partner can do whatever it is they want to do. They can be civil or they cannot be civil. Doesn't mean I have to be nasty and vindictive and use the children and get the children caught in the crosshairs, asking for money through the children or bad-mouthing your ex-spouse to your children. These are things that are so damaging to children, and they don't understand, and they don't need to be caught in all of this. It's bad enough that their parents couldn't get along enough that they had to get divorced. And now on top of that, they're getting caught in the crosshairs and they're getting caught in the fight. And my question is, why are you still fighting? Like, what are you going to get from that? There's no prize that comes at the end of your life by proving that you are the better person than your ex-spouse. What difference does it make? You you can go on with your life and you can have a reasonable life, or you can choose to be a victim of your ex-spouse and keep trying to even the score and win the battle. But I guess what I'm trying to say is get off the battlefield and learn how to just communicate with this person, with your ex. Learn how to look at it through their eyes. Understand that your kids need to see both parents. They need you to be civil. They need you to handle this thing with grace, with some humility. I know it's hard, but our pride gets in the way. They need you to show them when you can't work things out with somebody, how to be a civil, reasonable, compassionate, understanding individual, and to treat people well, even in the face of adversity and hurt and loss and devastation. They need to see you rise up out of those ashes and be a good person. And I guess that's what I'm kind of imploring of you, is to have you strive for that goal yourself. And it would be lovely if your ex would do it as well, but they may not. And if they're not going to, please don't get down in the trenches with them and keep fighting. You be a good person. You be the best person that you can be. And maybe you'll just be modeling a little bit for your ex on how to do it right. And maybe they'll